So we're going to have a look at a Bailey Advance 74-2. It's 7.4 metres long, 3,500 kilograms. We do have an awning with it. So it is a 2019, so it's on the great looking new shape, and it is on a Peugeot chassis. It's 3,500 kilograms. Now this motorhome has a room with a view. It is a 4-berth, but there is only 2 belted seats. So let's make our way down the driver's side. We have the hookup, and then we have our cassette toilet. Now with this, we have also got a separate tank for the cassette toilet. So we do fill the water up for the cassette toilet here for the flush. And then we've got our cassette toilet there. And below the cassette toilet, we do have our wastewater drain off. So everything down a plug hole goes into the waste tank, and you can drain it off from there. We have our LPG. And you can see we're on propane as well. There's enough there for 2 bottles. Well, we have got 2 bottles in there. Also inside the locker on the regulator, we do have a crash valve. So the little green button there, just press it in, hold it for 3 or 4 seconds. And then we do have one on the hose as well, which we hold in. You need to do that whenever you change your gas or whenever the gas gets low. And then we'll move towards the back. The motorhome does have a solar panel as well on the roof, and we've also got a bike rack which we've fitted. It did have the attachments for it, so we've also had to do is buy the bike rack, and we put the bike rack on, and then we'll move down to the habitation side. So now we get round to the habitation side. This is where we fill up our fresh water tank, and then what we've got here, we've got a hatch for access. So what we've got here, as you can guess, it's a fixed bed. We have our fresh water tank, so the water's going in through the pipe and into the fresh water tank. Now this van does actually have a submersible pump, so it's not a pressure pump, it's actually a pump, and it sits into the fresh water tank. And if you can see here, so as you can see, here's our pressure switch, and you can adjust it by turning a little button up here only slightly, which will alter the flow of the water coming out of the taps. So there's your pressure switch. So there's the hatch. We've also got the outside TV aerial, and then if we make our way along the van, what we've got our flue for our heating and hot water, so we can pretty much guess that the hot water and heating Truma system will be here. And then we've also got our diesel. So we'll have a look inside. So it's quite a big van, 7.4 metres. So we'll have a look at the front first. And what we've got the side benches. Now these will make out to a bed by just pulling them out. And then we slide our cushions down. And then that makes up your bed. While we're here, I'll just show you a little access point underneath. And that's where our leisure battery is. But we've also got a bit of storage as well. This vehicle's only done about 1,300 miles as well. It's 2019. We do have the swivel seats as well, so we do get a good lounge area. And then we'll have a quick look at the cab. So we're on a Peugeot Boxer chassis. It is a 2 litre and it's a 6-speed, and with media pack. And it does have a reversing camera as well. So moving towards the back of the van, we do have microwave, sink, fridge, hobs, grill, oven. I'll show you all them working in a moment. The bathrooms to this side as well, which I will show you. And then when I said you've got a room with a view, we have our double bed with the window to look through. And then to make the bed, we can extend it out pull the mattress along and we've got a good sized bed. Now we don't have a lot of storage going around, but we do have a wardrobe and also 2 cupboards as well. And then next to the 2 cupboards we've got another wardrobe. And then I'll just show you underneath the bed. So we have our freshwater tank, and then if you remember, we fill the water up. The water comes through from outside into the freshwater tank. Our pressure switch was down here, and then we do have good access there and good storage for under the bed. Just down here is our drain off for our fresh water. So if we go to the habitation door, just over the habitation door, what we do have is our control panel. So I'll just show you that. So here we have our control panel. So if I just switch this on, master on, we can scroll through. This is just telling us that we do have a hookup into the van. Then we're showing our water levels at 38, waste levels at 4%. Then we've got settings, internal. We've got our battery select, so we can have leisure or vehicle battery, but we're obviously going to always have it on leisure battery. And then whatever amps we're pulling and the battery status. Now to this side here we have our pump, we have our lights, so if I switch that off, all the lights go out, switch it back on, and then we also have our awning light. And what we want to do is to prime the system up, so we'll put our pump on. So we filled the fresh water tank up. What we want to do now is to fill the hot water tank up and get the pipes get all water through the pipes. So we put our pump on, takes a couple of minutes to come through, and then we do have our taps primed up. So now we can start to use the hot water system. And I'll just show you that hot water system before we go on. So by the habitation door we had our bench seat and our hot water Truma heater. Take the cushions off, will be under here. So as you can see, the heating system and hot water system. Now I don't know if you're going to be able to see this, but just at the back we do have our yellow lever. See if you can see, just see it there, that drains down the water in the hot water. So if I lift it up, that drains it, drop it down. Now I don't know if you can hear the pump then, because we've drained some water out of that water system, we've got the pump on, it does automatically fill it up. So when you're not using the van, drain the hot water system down, because it's always going to be full all the time. So if you do get any frost, you're going to stop any expansion in the hot water tank. So before we get any heating hot water on, I'll just show you the kitchen area. So we have got the microwave. Let me just switch that on there. Basically it's an eco microwave. Now if you haven't got a hookup in the van, it won't work. And then we do have our hobs. So let's get the gas coming through. There we go. And then we do have grill and an oven. Next to the oven, well not next to the oven, underneath the oven, if I just show you, what we have is the safety valves, the gas safety valves. So you see the pots, that's for the hobs, snowflake is for the fridge, and the tap is for the hot water. See, that's off, that's on. What these gas valves do is they basically isolate the gas to each appliance, and they're more for us. So if we did a gas leak and we found we got a leak, what we do is we isolate each appliance and then we switch in each one on, try and locate the gas leak. So next to the oven we've got our 3-way fridge. So if you can just see the symbols here. So we do have the first one, that's electric, so that'll work when we've got a hookup in. The leisure battery is designed for when we're out driving to keep the fridge cool. And then we've got gas for wild camping, which I'll turn to the gas. And then I do have to hold this in and press the igniter. And that has lit, and the reason how you can tell it's lit is, can you just see the little needle going up into green? I'll take my finger off now, and then you can see the needle rising up into the green. Now we're lit on the gas. Now if you don't use your fridge on the gas very much, Just put it on every now and again. It's a bit like an electric fire. When you haven't used that for a while, you can smell the dust burning. So just give them a run through every now and again. Vice versa, if you don't use the electric all the time, put the electric on now and again just to give it a run. So let's get some heating hot water on. So our Truman operating system is by the hobs to the left of the window, and I'll just switch this on. So, see the first one flashing, that's the heating inside the van. As you see, it's off. Now that can go all the way up to 30 degrees, so I'll OK that. Now the next one is your water. That's off, so we can have eco, hot or boost. Now if we do put it on boost, the heat in the van will stop because you've obviously got the water on boost and all the energy is going to boosting the water heat up. So if we just put it on to hot, and then our next symbol along is our source. Do we use gas or electric? I'll OK that. Now we have gas. We can use a mixture of 1 kilowatt in gas, 2 kilowatts of electric in gas, electric 1 on its own, or electric 2. So I'll OK that. And then we move over here, and this is our fan speed for blowing the air around the van. I can either have it on high, boost, or eco. And then what you see here is the two flashing lights above the heating and above the water. Because they're flashing, it means that they haven't reached temperature yet. So we have got a compact washroom. What we've got is we've got our little shower area, which we can put the shower onto there. We do have a little wash basin, and then moving next to that, we have our cassette toilet. So the button above is for our flush. And then when we've done what we needed to do, we can empty it using the little grey lever on the side of the toilet. And when I showed you the cassette toilet outside, we pulled the cassette toilet out. We wouldn't be able to pull that out if this isn't closed on the inside, so you must close that. So don't try and force it, just come inside and close the toilet properly. So next to the washroom, we've got another wardrobe. And if we just look inside, we have our TV aerial, and we also have our booster. Oh, if you're enjoying the video, don't forget to hit the like button, and more importantly, subscribe to us, because it does mean a lot. The last thing I haven't shown you is underneath this bench seat. So if any fuses blow or anything trips on the electric side, if we have a look under this bench seat, here we have our consumer unit. So here's our 230. So by just pressing that, that tells you if you've got power coming in, because if that doesn't trip, then you've got no power coming in. And then below we have our 12 volts, which are all labelled up: lights, toilet pump, level sensors. So there's your 12 volt fuses as well. When we were going round here, I told you it got a solar panel on. So in the hatch here, if you can see, we have our solar controller. The green light, the same solar's coming into the van, and then we have the two battery ones. So that should be the vehicle battery, that should be the leisure battery, and because they're flashing on and off like that, that means they're fully charged. So the Bailey 74-2, I don't know what the 2's for, because it is a 4-berth, but is it because it's only got 2 seat belts? So it could be, I don't know. Now, it's a big van. I do like the bedroom, with your nice window as well, and you can walk around the bed. The toilet and bathroom are a tad small, but do you really need them? When if you're stopping at campsites, you can go to theirs. And then you've got a big lounge area. We have got the skylights, and we've got quite a bit of storage all the way around. And it does have a caravan feel to it, with it being the Bailey as well. But Bailey, nice van.